A retelling. Two women of different generations. Both are going through losses of love and of home. They talk about what their next steps will be, how they will survive, and how they will get through this time. The older woman, Naomi, thinks about the last time she was in this place, the last time she had to figure out where to go to survive. She tells the story again, how she got here. She was from another land, from Judah. At a time of famine, she, her husband, and her 2 sons said goodbye to their homeland. They looked for sustenance and found it in this place, in Moab. They found a new home here, the 4 of them, and 4 became 6 as Naomi's sons married women of this place. And 6 became 5 when Naomi's husband perished, and 5 became 3 when her sons perished too. The 3 women, widowed, looked for sustenance and home, for survival and belonging. Naomi led them back on the road to Judah, to her former home. She gave directions, and they helped her keep her strength. But on the way, she second-guessed. This would be a homecoming for her, but how would her daughters fit in? It had never been their home. Naomi said, "Please, return to the homes of your mothers. Maybe I think of you as daughters, but maybe the people of my old home will not. I cannot imagine a home for you if a husband is not part of it, and I have no more sons to give you." 3 became 2, as one returned to Moab. 2 women of different generations remain together. Both are going through losses of love and of home. One leaving the home where she rebuilt her life, the other leaving the only home she knew. The younger woman, Ruth, thinks about the new land she is entering. She thinks about whether she will be able to find a new home there. She thinks about the home she had built with her husband, the home that she has in her relationship with Naomi. Naomi says, "Go." In her grief, she can only think of being one. Ruth says, "No, do not ask me to leave you. Wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people. Your God will be my God." They take each other's hands. They hold back tears. They journey on. On the way, Naomi says, "We have a rule in this land. I don't know if it applies to us, to you. If someone comes to live with our people, someone from another people, another land, if they live in our midst as part of our community, we welcome them. We call it welcoming the stranger. It is not properly named, though. It means that someone who was once foreign becomes family." As she says family, she touches Ruth's hand. Ruth grips Naomi's hand, and they walk on. They journey on. Naomi says, "We have another rule in this land. If anyone is hungry, anyone in need, especially widows without their husbands or orphans without their fathers, they may glean wheat at the corners of the fields. And perhaps we can find lodging nearby until we get settled." Ruth says, "I'm ready to glean." She wonders, are there any paths forward for women or children that do not rely on men? They return to Naomi's homeland of old. They find the kinsman's land. Ruth gleans in the field behind those who reap for the kinsman. She observes, the reaping is a bountiful harvest. It leads to great wealth. The gleaning gives us enough to survive until we can find a way to our own bounty. The kinsman returns to take stock of his bounty and workers. He notices Ruth and asks about her. He likes her. The kinsman acts like this God she has heard about. She has accepted as her own. A tremendous man who bestows her with rewards of water and grain for her loyalty to Naomi. Naomi advises Ruth to make herself available to the kinsman. She does, and she is looked after. Ruth appreciates the kindness of the kinsman and wonders at what cost, and wonders why it is only for her. It gives her comfort to know she will have a bed, a secure home, and supply of food, that she can share these with Naomi, and that she may be able to consider the possibility of romantic love. But outside the hut, she sees that there are others who still glean in the fields, and she wonders if they don't manage to marry into this comfort, what will life look like for them? The gleaning was hard for her, and that was just a day or two. There are other women who need support. There are other children. There are people without men to care for them. There are people who want to be able to care for themselves without depending on the kindness of a man. She agreed a society should look out for all those in need. But why are there so many in need? Is there another way to organize ourselves to reduce the need, to provide one another with our own patches of land, our own opportunities for bounty? Ruth is said to become the great-grandmother of the future King David, her son with a kinsman, David's grandfather. Ruth, who wondered about a shared society, a society that provides for women without men by having them glean wheat at the edges, who wondered whether they can have fields of their own, who finds the only way she can have her own field is through marriage. Ruth is said to be the matriarch of the monarch who builds great wealth and war and creates a widow he can marry, who takes people and creates pain. The monarch who also creates words and music of pain and of praise. And we are left to celebrate their memories. And on Shavuot, we have many reasons to celebrate. We celebrate liberation. We celebrate being able to receive wisdom and being able to enter into new lands and build new lives. And we celebrate Ruth and Naomi.